infamous troll grotto. Here's the cache.
I swear there was a troll in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed
A sack full of rotten grain. I found your chest, Rick. Your method of hiding it was ingenious.
Well, it was pretty ingenious, wasn't it? Beasts used to sleep in that grotto at night. They'd have no idea what to do with my cache, and no human would ever set foot in there. Who knew trolls would end up settling there?
Nothing lasts forever. The trolls are gone.
You took care of the trolls. Thank you so much. Do you still have the spirit vessel? Oh, tell you what. It's yours.
Thank you. I'm sure I'll find a use for it. A sack of rotting grain. Another sack, nibbled by mice.
My friend and I have found a pile.
I'm coming for you, Fisher. Prepare for death.
Are you serious? By Mactus's horns, you are reckless. My boys are bored, though. They're just itching to have some fun. And it looks like you're it.
I've done away with Fisher.
Fantastic! I was worried that blackguard would never be brought to justice. Especially with those trolls for allies.
See, trolls aren't so scary. Now you've seen it for yourself.
Well, they're still nasty. Now the ice spirits are a whole other story. So much prettier than the spirit running the elevator at the Mage Factory.
Yes, your elementals came in handy. I was right to visit that troll's stinking grotto first. I had some time to spare, so I took a little stroll around the port, and I happened to find 3 sacks of rotten grain. You lied to me.
By the elements! I told that damnable Fisher to cover his tracks.
Oh, just tell me the story behind that darned grain.
I picked up the grain from the ship and paid the captain. On the same evening, I received a letter. A blackmail letter. The anonymous author demanded I call off the grain deal and threatened to kill me if I didn't. He wrote that the grain had been ordered for Cedric's gang. He told me to come to the shore where the boats are left to dry, and I got scared.
Can I take a look at the letter?
Here, take it. You'll protect me, right? I'm frightened.
Old Didion has gone completely... Yesterday he was talking about singing fish. Said he listened to them in the evening.
Hey, Royal Merchant. I cleared out your shop. It's safe to go back.
Thank you. Give Rick a little time to clean up. Once he's done, you can come see our goods.
Don't you think you're forgetting something?
Oh, right. The reward, of course.
How about a discount?
There was no mention of a discount. I've written down the details of our agreement, and there's no mention of a discount.
hear that? A man-eating troll is living in the old...
I found the painting. I've got to say, it's not bad.
I'm ever so grateful. To me, my paintings are like children. I can't bear to lose them. They're the most precious thing I have.
Good for you. I've never had anything like that in my life. Not even paintings.
Besides, I'm going to have an exhibition soon. In Marcella's City Park, no less.
Medicine, medicaments, medical supply.
Your worst fears have come to pass, Kramer. The grain is rotted. Now, who did you order it for?
Huh? I'm under no obligation to share the names of my clients.
Are you sure about that? What if I named a certain Cedric?
Oh, no. Please, don't turn me into the artisanians. It wasn't my fault. It was Damien's man, Bloom. He ordered me to do it. It was all him. Bloom ordered poisoned grain for both Damien and Cedric. He's waiting for me at the crypts across from the artisanian delegation.
Really? This is getting even darker than I expected.
It seems Kramer ratted me out after all. What now? Will you bring me to Artisania for execution, or do it right here?
Wrong. I'm here with good news. Cedric and his gang are no more. I eliminated that problem.
Then the world's free of one more scumbag. That scoundrel Damien's running multiple gangs to keep everyone under his heel.
I heard you're one of Damien's men. Care to tell me more about yourself?
I'm Damien's errand boy. I bring food to his cutthroats. It's lemon drops here, raspberry juice there. You have no idea the awful things I've seen. Damien's been feeding an army of ghouls, not humans. That's who I intended to poison with the bread. But the grain never arrived. I swear I'll burn down Kramer's house and goods, as promised. He'll pay dearly for betraying me.
Don't rush things. The grain delivery was disrupted by another of Cedric's enemies. He was unaware of your plans.
Always gotta break your back when old Ulagi's on your track. It's time to run for the hills then. Who knows who Kramer will blab to next. As for you, take this gold. I set it aside to pay for the grain, but since you've done away with Cedric yourself, it's only fair the gold should be yours.
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of Austria.
What do we know about the preparations for the expedition to Monpatri, Count? You promised to come to a decision any day.
Your Highness, the Archmage is standing his ground. I tried.
Ah, finally! So what happened at the Mage Factory? Did you determine the cause?
Allow me, Your Highness. Do you distrust the Royal Council? Your father never.
My dear Count, sometimes one opinion is not enough. Well, what did you find out?
You've been misled. The cause of the Monpatri disaster was a magical ritual performed by an unknown cult. Apparently, they were your subjects. The majority of them likely perished during the ritual itself.
Do you have a witness or some proof to support this account?
I have plenty of witnesses. One of them a captive elemental spirit called Ador. Such an entity is incapable of lying, as you know. By the by, Ador saw the last people fleeing the Mage Factory hide in the mine. But since you cannot send a rescue mission...
We must delay no longer. I entrust you with rescuing the survivors. Go to Monpatry, extricate my subjects, and bring them to me.
Your Highness, the Mage Factory is quarantined by order of the Archmage Cathor, as I told you.
Since when does the Prince of Nostria bend the knee to an Archmage?
Adrian, you promised to set me free.
Our agreement stands. But so far, all you have provided me are words. Words that cast suspicion upon the Royal Council as well as the Royal Order of Mages. Centuries-old pillars supporting the throne. Prove your suspicions with something substantial. Find the survivors and bring them to the Citadel. Do this, and if all is as you say, I will grant you the pardon you were promised. How do you like my decision, Count? I think that's how we're going to expose the truth.
Unthinkable.
I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour, and waiting on someone.
At last, my divination proved correct. You showed up after all.
Perhaps you should attempt to divine something about that gentleman in the pavilion. For instance, a free space in his schedule.
As you can see, he's so busy he won't even speak to me, the eldest of the mentors. But I do not take offense. The Archmage's will is law.
And you're willing to wait. I can see it is a serious matter.
I took the opportunity to interrogate Ador. Forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing his name as you uttered it. What this spirit has spoken of, the Archmage needs to hear what he knows at once, and take action. He could, for example, lift this pointless quarantine. So many spell components wasted, so much mana, so much effort, all for nothing. We've been fighting imaginary enemies. Can you believe it?
Of course. I too think the quarantine is pointless, and I urgently need to get past it. Do you know anyone who could help me with that?
I've helped you already. I spoke with an old friend, Master Remedius. He is waiting for you at the outpost by the Mage Factory Bridge. He can help you. Just don't tell the Archmage. Let it be a secret between you and me, all right?
I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour, and waiting on someone else is quite contrary to my noble nature. My pride this time.
Is this Erasmus really as great as all that?
Halt! Who goes there?
An envoy from Prince Adrian. I need to get into the Mage Factory, now.
Ah, you're from the Prince. We've been waiting on you for a good while now.
Waiting for me?
Candor will tell you. He's in charge while Remedius is away. Open the gate, you loafers.
Call the Overseer.
The most brazen...
Oh, wait a moment. Are you heading to the Mage Factory?
What of it?
Please, hear me out. My assistant stayed behind at the Mage Factory. I need you to find him.
Why him? Many people remained at the Mage Factory.
I am a golem master. I was to deliver new golems to the Royal Guard, but foolishly forgot the tabula of Tinsadunction. Without it, The golems will never awaken.
Tinsidunction. Curious word.
Anyway, the tabula is in the hands of my assistant, who remained at Montpatry. If you could search for him, or he might have left some notes. The lost tabula must be found, or else the guard won't get its sentry golems. See? After the disaster, Legate Horus took me in and refused to give me up to the officials and all the rest of them. I can't let him down. No way. Call the overseer.
How much have we spent today?
Are you Candor?
Yes, that's me. And you're the prince's agent. The one who caught Ador and made him talk. And who now, just as we anticipated, desires entry to the Montpatry Mage Factory.
Desires? I have orders to search for survivors in that blasted mage factory. Have you seen anyone in there?
No one. We're prohibited from conducting any investigations, even if we use golems. The Archmage has directed us to enforce the quarantine, nothing else. All that's left for us to do is burn mana on cleansing spells and barrier charms. A senseless waste of time and effort.
Is that all you can tell me?
Of course not. Master Remedius wishes to see you, away from prying eyes. I'm going to create a portal for you now.
A portal? Prying eyes? I don't like the sound of any of that.
Who do you think we are? The Adepts of Darkness? Go.
Here is the hero who made the Order of Mages look like fools. The prince sent you to the Mage Factory to look for survivors, correct?
So you do know everything about the prince's orders and about the cause of the disaster? What now? Are you going to lift the quarantine?
The Order has its reasons for maintaining the quarantine, even if the king himself should order it lifted. But let's say we're willing to make an exception for you. There yet remains one question to be addressed.
Namely?
Can the Order of Mages trust you? We don't know who else you might be working for, nor what goals you pursue for yourself. The Mage Factory is the repository of our secrets. Unfortunately, some of them have already fallen into the wrong hands. Recover them for us, and trust will cease to be an issue.
What secrets exactly? I need more details.
Candor will tell you the details. Go. The portal will take you back to the outpost.
You're a Mage Factory worker?
Remedius and I have discussed your problem. I need to know what it is that's gone missing.
Did you see the plundered wagon train on the bridge? I think you can guess it wasn't carrying tools or food. Something valuable went missing from that wagon train, and we want it recovered.
Something valuable. I suppose if I ask you who you suspect of stealing it, you'll answer someone larcenous?
There are certain facts we are loath to divulge before the time is ripe. Find whoever robbed that wagon train, and...
It was sentry golems in the wagons, that's what. And Windyport is the place to look for them. Talk to the locals. They likely know about it. The Artisanians are constantly pilfering from the mages, either at the mage factory or the tower. They sometimes even kidnap an actual mage, if you can imagine that.
How dare you! You shall face a magical tribunal for divulging our secrets.
I do very much dare. I serve the Royal Guard now, not you. Legate Horus will stand up for me.
I think you two can settle this without me. Good day, gentlemen. Dominic knows something. If I help him, I will likely learn something about Remedius's golems. I helped you. I look forward to your assistance with my problem.
Are you interested in procuring a few Illyrian chicks? I expect a new shipment within the week.
No. My concern is with the Artisanians and the missing golems.
Those chickens may be a delicacy, but I'm here on an even more delicate matter.
The golems are here, at the port.
Listen. I, Dominic, am but a simple and honest merchant. Fabrics, swords, helmets. A few luxury items for Marcella's market stalls. What else?
Enough. Let's get down to business.
They have them crated for transport under an invisibility spell. Soon a ship will come to pick them up. When it arrives, they'll tell everyone to get out of the port, but you could hide.
I was right to place my faith in you. Now, where should I hide?
A grotto along the shore to the south. Everyone's afraid of the place, but it's empty. No one will spot you there.
I should prepare before hiding in the grotto.
The ships arrived, just as they said.
At last. Let's go see these smuggled goods.
Where are you going? They're not letting anyone in.
Come on, move it.
What's taking so long?
The invisibility spell has been lifted.
Are you sure these are all the crates?
Fancy meeting you in this place. Here I am, stealing the kingdom's magical secrets right in front of Prince Adrian's personal envoy. If I were you, I'd pause and take a close look at this awkward situation.
What do you mean?
These so-called sentry golems you're looking for are a hammer with which Claudius intends to crush Artisania's freedom. Doesn't Artisania deserve to prepare for this attack? Don't we have a right to know what troubles lie ahead? We could argue the point forever. But Artisania is not giving up these golems. And you...
And I have no choice. I must get into the mage factory, Damien. If I return the golems to the mages, they'll let me through.
You have a choice. You can spill blood and return the mages' weapons to them. Or you can look the other way while we finish our modest little heist. To sweeten the pot, we will advise you on getting past the quarantine outposts and into the mage factory, bypassing everything, including the hypocrisy of the mages. Do we have a deal?
Do they think I've fallen so far? Not gonna happen.
Old Didion has gone completely bonkeroo. Yesterday he was...
Waiting for me, are you? I brought you something.
And by something, do you mean our sentry golems?
The very ones. I had to beat off a pack of savage Artisanian mercenaries to get them, but here they are, safe and sound. Is the Order of Mages pleased?
By the ninth element. Those Artisanian snakes came that close to succeeding in their plan? You've no idea what havoc they could have wreaked with such weapons. It would seem you have earned my trust. Insofar as anyone can be trusted these days.
Am I allowed into the Mage Factory?
Yes, take the bridge to the gate. I'll remove the charm as soon as you approach.
This isn't the Mage Factory, but a crypt stinking of decay. Magic? No. This is Widow's Kiss. The color is so vibrant. I wonder how Palatinus intends to destroy it. Might be handy. The echo of a disaster.
Run! Quick!
I figured I'd see you here, but I didn't expect I'd have to save your necks. What did you do this time?
We wanted to awaken the golems so they could protect us. Harvey tried it without a tabula. As you can see, it didn't work out. I shouldn't have bothered. We didn't find anyone, not up there, not here. The voices we heard were a figment of the imagination.
Are you sure? My information is that the Mage Factory survivors fled to the mines to hide.
Really? Well, that does make sense. There are monsters roaming around the main entrance. I've never seen anything so terrifying. Perhaps they sense the living people inside and are lingering beside the bars like ravenous hounds. Thankfully, they can't enter. Those bars are heavy.
I think I can imagine what creatures you're talking about. I'll deal with them. Meanwhile, you'd better leave while the leaving's hot.
No way. I came here to find Lindsay, and I'm not going anywhere without her. She might still be here with the other survivors. Are you heading for the mines? Let's do it together. If you defeat those monsters, I'll open the entrance for you. You can't do it by yourself. If you need help, talk to Harvey. Maybe he can awaken the golems to help you. I'm sure he won't fail a second time. Or Rato here. He knows a passage to the mines that bypasses the main entrance. Handy, right?
Very well, Master. Let's search for Lindsay together. Just don't poke your nose into anything unless I say so, okay? This assistant of his is one smart fellow. I'll have to find the barber's sign. That's what I need. The sounds seem to have frozen, stuck in the air. Did it work? Here is the priceless tabula. I wouldn't have liked to have been here that night.
Need me to awaken the golems?
You failed miserably last time, and barely escaped death to boot. Why do you think you'll succeed this time?
How could I know they'd act up? We knew both the awakening glyphs and the correct mantra. We did everything right. It was only later that I remembered we also need a tabular of Tincid Dungeon.
A magic circuit connecting spell logoi to awaken the golem's consciousness? It used to have another name.
Yeah. With the correct tabula, I could awaken the whole courtyard, no trouble. You'd have an entire golem army.
Suppose I agree to this crazy plan of yours. Where do I find the tabula?
If only it were that easy. The young and lively golem master Didier and his assistant owned a tabula once. Didier left for Marcella, but the assistant stayed behind. I'd bet my boots he hid the tabula, but I have no idea where. I can't believe it! The tabula! You found it!
I'll let you tinker with it for a while, but I'm going to need it back later.
I only need it for a couple minutes, not to worry.
We are in the very heart of evil.
Yes, it all started here. Lissa, the Serpentine Witch, came to my call. The proud beauty who once ruled these parts.
Is that so?
I knew almost all of the heroes of this world, and I witnessed their departure. Now give fight to the Blight in its very heart.
That's what I need. The blood runs cold in your veins when you see this place.
I summon the Faceless Mage, famous for his cold blood. Come, Amat! Enter the portal. He's waiting for you to give fight to the Blight.
Thank you. I thought I'd never get out of here alive. You'll get us out of here, won't you? Alive?
Perhaps. I need to get to the mines first. You know a way, don't you?
Of course. The elevator behind my back leads to the old entrance. It's over there, in the quarry. It doesn't need magic, but it does need to be repaired. I said from the start that we should go that way, but Norman wouldn't budge. Nearly got us killed, too.
What are you waiting for? Go ahead and repair it.
Not as easy as that, I'm afraid. I need to assemble and launch the mechanism, and all the operating parts were pilfered. Someone from the workers' quarter took the old lever. I used to see the kids playing with it across the street from the stables. It's probably still there. The miners took the chain to use in the well, and the new sprocket is in the foundry. Somewhere around the forges.
Come on and collect these items. I'll accompany you.
Whoa, no can do. Who knows what's roaming out there? Please, you take care of it. I'll wait for you here, okay?
I found everything you asked for. What now?
I'll use the lever and chain to repair the drive system. As for the gear, you'll have to install that yourself. Yes, it's best you take care of that bit.
I'm an expert in magic and ancient history. Huge metal mechanisms aren't my cup of fusk.
Oh, it's easy. Just take a look around this workshop. You'll see other gears, similar to this one, but bigger. You just install it there, and the mechanism will come alive. Me? I'll do my part right here. Trust me, you'll manage it.
More?
You must have noticed the gears haven't started turning, yeah?
Seems like you expected as much. You didn't even install the lever. Has the elevator broken down?
Don't be silly. It must be the primary gear. Just gotta head over there, take a look, and come back. A one-legged ostrich could do it.
Why do I suspect I'm the one who has to do this inspection?
Yes. Have you been out on that balcony? That's where the primary sprocket is. You need to examine it closely. Maybe it's stuck. For all we know, someone might have jammed an iron rod in there. Ugh. We used to have experts like that working here. Ugh.
Could have come up with something more difficult. You installed the lever,
Everything's assembled. Just pull the lever and the elevator will start.
Well, I never doubted it.
You and Norman can descend. We'll try to get out, but we...
I never thought I'd see the Mage Factory in such a state. It used to be beautiful here. My wife and I had a nice life then. We even thought about having children, but... Lindsay, my beloved! Lindsay, my beloved, you're alive? Why do you...
Nor!
Catch that scumbag!
Ah, blast it all! You made too much noise! Gather the wounded, and don't touch anything. We're going straight to the Mage's Tower. Well, now when the danger is past...
Your expedition failed, apparently. You found no survivors.
What about our prisoner? I don't think Adrian will be pleased, but she's all I've got. I'll bring her to the Citadel right away.
This sick woman. I fear it won't be as easy as you think. How do we know she isn't contagious? We need to examine her, figure out the cause of the disease, find a way to cure her, and then...
The tower's energy field has been disrupted. That creature is dangerous. From now on, I will keep it under my supervision. As for you, I'm waiting to speak with you.
What do you think, colleague? Is this Void One understanding us?
Hardly. She's not showing any signs of sense.
I can't spare the time to hear your report. I know what you saw, and I know what happened. I know why you entered the Mage Factory. No matter what the Prince has asked of you, there's not a single living soul left at Montpetrie. The creature you brought with you will stay here. Rest assured, I'll take all the necessary steps to prevent this scourge from spreading outside the tower.
You're dooming me to rotting cruces, Kaythorn.
First, you don't need to return to the Citadel just yet. You have no evidence that will appease the Prince in any case. I'll notify Adrian that you have been delayed. And second, we have a common enemy. They call themselves the Enlightened Ones, or the Cult of Unity. It was they who destroyed the Mage Factory, and tried to assassinate you at the Batil Gates. You must already be on their trail, yes?
I tried to catch their leader, Baron DuPont, but he escaped through a portal.
And I tracked his movement. DuPont is hiding deep in the south, not far from the abode of the Witches of Ruin. It's possible the Witches are somehow involved with DuPont and the cult. Find them and get to the bottom of it. I'll give you a permit to pass the outpost. Take this as well. It will help you find items related to the cult's ritual. Collect and bring them to me. Go.
What do you know about Palatinus? He's been spotted roaming the tower grounds.
Hey, wait!
What is it? Our last meeting left me less than pleased.
I know, but please listen to me. Parnak is in big trouble.
Again? I thought Molino wasn't going to cause trouble anymore.
They've got a new disaster on their hands. Parnak's been taken over by bandits. We've got to help them.
Why do you care?
I'm ashamed of what I've done. I'm not a bad guy, but Amanda told me the village has been occupied by bandits, and then rushed to help them. But what can she do?
Today's a very important day for us, my lovely.
But why?
Today, I finally screwed up my courage to ask you out on a date. The magic cards divined that you'd accept.
Perhaps your magic cards also divine my
It's ending, right?
I'm thinking of pulling my doofus out of his studies.
Wait. We need to talk. Don't go...
What a chance encounter. Finally ready to come clean, dear?
Listen, I am a spy. I was sent to Marcella to infiltrate the court and uncover royal secrets. Unfortunately, I succeeded and married Albert Crespin. It was through him that I came in contact with Palatinus.
And then some power-hungry artisanians decided they wanted more. Am I right?
If you don't give me the retort, my employers will kill both me and Albert. He knows too much. He's also a kind and dear person. I've come to love him for real, even though you won't believe me. If it weren't for me, please. I can't lie to him anymore. I'll disappear forever, but I can't let him die because of my failings.
What a heart-wrenching story. I'll think about it. No, that's not right.
Who are you? Get out! You're not getting it. You're familiar somehow. What do you need?
Here's your foul concoction. The Widow's Kiss. You said it was extremely dangerous.
Ah, yes. You were the one bothering me while I was working. I remember now. There's no time to waste. I have everything prepared. It worked! The Widow's Kiss is no more! Please accept my heartfelt gratitude. If it wasn't for your timely assistance, I'd have failed miserably.
I don't recognize you, Palatinus. Are you healed too?
Naturally. I used alchemical magic to eliminate the very idea of this poison. It's disappeared everywhere, including from my own system. All this time I've spent working on this formula, straining what remained of my wits. I'm so tired.
Impressive. They're right to call you a genius.
How can I rest, knowing that even with all my powers, I cannot heal my own daughter? I've lost the Crespin's gold somewhere. Now, I need to think this through. There must be some ideas knocking around in this old head of mine. Cheer up, old man. Do you know anyone?
I'm thinking of pulling my doofus out of his studies. Do you know who they brought into the Mage's Tower?
Today's a very...
Ulagi spawn! There's nothing to fear. The man's a wolf at any time.
You're here. Did you come to help us?
I met Sax. He told me about your misfortunes.
Oh, that's Sax. I asked him to bring golems. But since you're here, you must already know what happened.
All he said was that the village has been occupied. But when, by whom, and how many?
This is terrible. The bandits have taken the villagers hostage, and Bernard is there too. Some Bonnie lady is said to be in charge. I wanted to talk to them, but I got scared. There's nothing left for us to do but to watch and wait.
I'm terrified. That Bonnie is
Wait a second. Oh, it's you! Oh my, I never thought I'd see you again.
Yes, Ulagi's paths are tangled. I'd been hoping you would cherish your freedom.
Alas, that is out of the question. We need this village. I'm going to turn it into a den. One as good as bludgeons. You'll see.
I came all this way for Parnak and its villagers. Well, you could say I have attachment issues. Just go. I'm asking nicely, just this once.
Really? Well, neither I nor my boys agree with you. Right, guys? So that's what you think, is it? I've only just found this new home, and I'm not leaving.
Seems I'm not getting through to you. Hello, Bernard. How are things?
Oh, Creator! I didn't see that one coming. You saved us once, saved us twice. How did you even find out about this new calamity?
Sax told me, at the Mage's Tower. He was extremely contrite about his past behavior.
Good grief. If that's true, I guess just let him in. We have to thank him properly.
Oh, there's no better protector of Parnak than you. We will praise you in story and song. Here. I was gonna give it to Sax, but since he never brought those golems, and he's not here himself...
Thank you.
This has been torture.
Stop that pushing, or I'll push back.
Here's the tabula. A rather exquisite one, too.
Have you read it? The formula is a valuable secret, but not everyone knows how to read it. Yeah, what am I blathering about? Thank you so much for your help. You're my savior.
Nothing but words. That's about what I expected.
The mages don't forget how to walk. Oh, come on.
I'm telling you, the passage is closed.
What kind of bird?
Halt! The way is shut.
I have a special pass from your Archmage.
Oh, it's true. Well, please go ahead. But I urge you to proceed with caution.
Is the road dangerous out this way?
Word has it that a gang of highwaymen are operating in the area, harrying merchants and murdering travelers. Their leader is said to be a woman, one Bloody Sadie. Moreover, right under the outpost walls, I don't know how to describe it. It looks as though there's been a fire. I can't say for sure what caused it, but it looks terrible. Hello up there! Open the gate!
Here you are, the Squire's little dog. You've come a long way. Let's see if you go that way.
I've seen this dark adept before, at the Batil Gates.